he was just name dropping some amazing artists, some who I knew of and others who I didn't even have an idea of. So that kind of led me to do more and more research. And that's when I found out the rabbit hole went a lot deeper than I initially thought. My name's Patrick, aka New England Pat, and I'm from Springfield, Massachusetts. I've been getting tattooed for 5 years. I started at the ripe young age of 30. My first tattoo was a walk-up script tattoo at a local convention. A couple of my coworkers were just completely tattooed, and I really admired their work. And it was kind of a chain reaction of multiple events between developing a lot of values and finding meaning in my life. Got into a career I really enjoyed, so they encouraged me to kind of go ahead and take the plunge, and the rest was history. The longest session that I've sat for is 10 hours, and that was with Kyle Cotterman of Dayton, Ohio, and he was able to do the Mona Lisa piece on me. And that was a wild session because Kyle and myself didn't take nearly any breaks. And that tattoo went on to win Best of the Day and Best of the Show, so it was pretty cool to win it for him. I like to minimize the amount of breaks that I take during each session to kind of get the most out of my artist's concentration. And the longest weekly session that I've done was 4 days back to back to back to back. One day was with A.B. Alvarez, the second day was with Randy Engelhart, third day was with Timothy Boer, and the last day was with Alan Padilla, and that was at the first annual Empire State New York convention. I've collected from 15 artists total. A.B. Alvarez, I've collected from Big Meese, Carl Grace, Randy Engelhart, Boris, Robert Foe, Fernie Andrade, Kyle Cotterman, Josh Duffy, Steve Butcher, Nico Hurtado, Matt Jordan, Robert Hernandez, Timothy Boer, and Alan Padilla. I would say my entire collection is more meaningful than any single piece. I think they help break the negative views, the negative stereotypes and stigma behind being tattooed. I think being a healthcare professional, being employed as one, and carrying a collection is like the antithesis to being associated with a lower socioeconomic class, being a malicious person, being uneducated or being unemployed. I think as a collector, you have to be very educated on who the right person, who the right artist is for each job, is a specialist in what genre, and you need a lot of financial backing. You really get what you pay for when you're collecting, and like the saying goes, good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos aren't good. I would say my most memorable tattoo is the 10-hour collaboration between Steve Butcher and Josh Duffy. They did the back of my leg, and that was just an honor because getting a tattoo from one of them alone is quite the feat, but to have a unique piece by that combination, that tandem and duo was just mind-blowing to me. And not to mention that that was at a convention where I was basically flashing the entire state of New York, my butt cheeks, so it was kind of cool to see people watch. Then other people were like, I won't even dare look at his butt. I think the hardest part about getting tattooed is taking in the appropriate nutrition during the session, because I go for long sessions. I go hard too, so I don't like to take any breaks. I just pound a couple protein shakes and eat a couple protein bars just so I won't break my artist concentration, and just so I could kind of get the session over sooner than later. I research my artists via Instagram, or I go on SullenTV and check out the portfolio peaks. I also talk to my different artists about who inspires them and who else they're feeling, and I talk to different collectors at all the conventions and ask them who did this piece and who did that piece. My name's Patrick, and I'm from Springfield, Mass. Thank you for checking out my collection.